welcome to my channel. I'm your designing developer. So what if your methods could think for themselves, adapting to different inputs and producing different results each time? That's the power of method parameters. Method parameters are like custom inputs you give to a method so it knows exactly what to work with. Instead of hard coding values, you pass them in, making your methods dynamic, flexible and reusable. Whether it's a username, a number to calculate or a string to display, parameters lets you write one method that works in multiple scenarios. Want to build powerful programs that respond to different situations? Then understanding how to define and use method parameters is absolutely essential. In this video, we will explore how to pass data to methods, how Java handles parameters under the hood, and how to return the right results with hands-on examples that make it super clear. So I hope you will be enjoying this video in which we will be learning about Java method parameters. So if you understand this video and if you enjoy this amazing tutorial, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my videos which I will be uploading in future. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's dive into it. Alright, so we are in the computer screen, and like I've told you that today in this video I will be telling you that what are method parameters in Java. We have already understood that what are methods, how we can use it, how we can create our own method, how we can call our method, and how we can just run it in the output. But now we need to understand if we are using method parameters and if we are using method and arguments here, so how we can use it. Information can be passed to methods as a parameter. Parameters act as variables inside the method. That's really important, so I will be highlighting this, that information can be passed to methods as a parameter and parameter act as variables inside the method. Parameters are specified after the method name. Inside the parenthesis you can add as many parameters as you want, just separate them with a comma. Following example has method that takes a string called fname as parameter. When the method is called, we pass along a first name which is used inside the method to print the full name. Like here we are using one example with a string called fname as parameter, that how we can use parameters and arguments and how we can get the output. But we are using all these things by calling our own function. You can just see here, or you can say we are calling our own method here, because we have understood in the previous video that how we can use our own method or how we can call our own method. So that's the reason here we are using again our own function. In second word you can say method as function as well. That's the reason I'm saying it method as well and function as well. So this is the way that how you can call your function, and after calling the function you need to add the variable name or the type of your function which you are creating. Like if I want to create a string in my function, so I will be writing a string and then I need to add my string name as well. In this case I'm creating one string name of fname, and then in this string I'm just adding the things like this, only one text like this refness, and now when I'm adding this text, so I need to print it as well. So that's the reason I will be adding fname means first name plus refness. So you will be getting the first name with this refness printed. So now the first name you can add anything here, like if I'm adding first name Liam, if I'm adding first name Jenny, if I'm adding first name Anja. So you will be getting all these three names with this last name refness here, and you will be getting the output. And how we are doing it, simply we need to understand with example, but for that I need to open my NetBeans IDE here, because you all know that in the previous video when we were just using Java, so we were just using this NetBeans IDE, and if you are a beginner starting with Java, so I will prefer you to use this IDE, and then moving on with Java you can use some other IDEs as well like Eclipse and Android Studio. So moving on here, I will be removing all the things because we have understood that how we can just use like methods in Java, how we can create our own method. Now we will be creating our own method here, and how we can create it, simply you need to add static void, or you don't need to add this thing if you are creating one file in Java. So you will be automatically getting your you can say a method created. So you can give your method name here if you want to give here, or if you are creating your own method. In this case I will be adding my method name, so here I will be adding my method like this, and I will be adding this parenthesis. In parenthesis you can add the like values here, like what type of method or what type of function you are creating here. Then after moving down, what I'm going to do is I will be just moving on to my Word document here, if I just show you, we are creating a system.out.println here. So I will be just copying this thing, and then moving on here, I will be pasting it. And how we will be doing it, I will be pressing backspace here. Then moving on here, I will be pasting it like this so that I can get this f name plus referenceness printed, means the first name and this last name with it. But we have not written any first name here, so that's the reason we are getting an error, that you are defining this variable name but you have not created any variable with this first name. And how we can create it, you don't need to create any variable, you just need to create like a function to call these to call first names here. And how we can call a function, simply we need to just add all the other things like we were just using in method thing. If I just show you, this is the thing which we need to add so that we can call our my method function which we have created here. So I will be moving down, I'll be pasting it, and after pasting you can just see I have written all these things like this public void. If I just show you here, I will be making it like this. Same here, I will be doing this thing, and same as here I will be doing this thing. So here we are getting my method like this, and again we are getting an error, and we are getting an error because we are just defining these first names here, and then we are using first name here as well, which is a variable name which I have created. But here we have not created any variable with first name, we are only defining our first name here in my method function, or you can say in my method which we have called here in this main class. And how we can just remove this error which we are getting here, moving on to my Word document here, I will be just now copying all these things which we have just written here so that we can create a string name as well. So here we are doing one thing, like we have created all the things but we have not created a string name of f name. We are only defining this f name here in this println thing here. So for defining it, I will be moving here, and then I'm creating a string of f name, so that's why I will be writing my string name as f name. And now you can just see the error which we were getting, like underline, all that things are gone, and now we will be simply running it. So you will be getting 3 different times, you will be getting Liam referenceness printed, you will be getting Jenny referenceness printed, and you will be getting Anja referenceness printed in your output, because we are using first name string here, and the first name which we are defining are these first name. So that's the reason you will be getting these first name with this last name here which we are defining. So I will be just running here. After running this file, you can just see we are getting all these names printed here. We are getting first name as well, and we are also getting the last name which is same as all of 3 are. So moving on here, I will be just writing my name this time here, and my last name is Baig. So I will be writing first of all my first name here, and then here I will be writing like this, Baig. And I will be removing all these 2 methods which I have called, because I want only one method should be called this time, which should be with my name here. So that's the reason I have written my first name, and then I have already written my second name. I have given one space so that I can get space after first name which I am getting. So remember, you can give space as well, but it's not compulsory to give if you don't want to, so you can just directly do it like this. But I want to give one line space so that I can get my output cleaner here. That's the reason I'm just giving one space here, and I'm defining first name as Inshal and then the last name as Baig. So if I will be running this thing here, so you can just see I'm getting my name printed here in the output. And that's the way how you can use method parameters in Java. And this the method parameters which we are working with is by creating our own method. Normally when we are working with method parameters, we can use with other parameters as well, or other methods as well, which is normally created in Java. But this time we are using our own method. We are creating our own method, we are calling our own method, and we are working with own method and using these all things to run. So that's the way that how you can just use these methods here and you can run it. Moving on to my Word document, if I move down, so when a parameter is passed to the method, it is called an argument. So from example above, f name is a parameter, while Liam, Jenny and Anja are arguments, because these are the arguments which we are printing in this f name parameter. So then we are getting the output of these 3 names because these are arguments, and arguments just get the output here. And if you want to use multiple parameters, so you can have as multiple parameters as you like here. This is the way that how you can use multiple parameters in Java. So simply I can just copy this thing here, and then moving on to my Word document, moving on to my NetBeans IDE, I will be placing I will be just pasting in place of all these things here. And after just adding this thing, what I'm going to do is I will be just doing like this. I will be commenting out this thing because I will be not needing now. Comment out and then paste it here. After pasting, we will be not needing public class main because we have already created it at the top. So that's the reason we are getting error. And now you can just see the error which we were getting is now gone, and we are getting this static void, then public void main. So this is the main, you can say, a class which we have created because our file name is main.java. That's the reason here as well I have created my file name as java, oh sorry, name main here like this. And you can just see what error you are getting, so you can just check that out here. So the indentation error we are getting, I think, so I will be taking like this, same moves here as well, and same moves here as well, and removing one bracket from here. I will be just copying, I will be just running this file here, and after running you can just see we are getting only Liam is 5. And why we are getting Liam is 5? Because here we have written first name comma 5, so that's the reason the parameter is saying me that Liam is 5. And the other things which we are which we have written as Jenny is 8 and Anja is 31, we should get this two parameters as well running in the output, but we are not getting it because we are getting an error. So we need to solve it here. We have closed it like this, so we just don't need to close it here, just like that. So moving on to my file here, I will be just pressing enter like this. So now this time you will be not getting any error if I run it here. After running, you can just see we are getting all these three parameters printed. Liam is 5, Jenny is 8, and just 31. So that's the way that how you can use multiple parameters in Java. I hope you understand how we are doing it. So moving on to my Word document here, another note is written. Note that when you are working with multiple parameters, the method call must have the same number of arguments as there are parameters, and the argument must be passed in the same order. And if you want to use a method with if-else statement, so this is the way how you can use it. It is common to use if-else statement inside method. Means commonly when we are working with method or when we are creating method, so it is common to use if-else statement here. So this is the way that how you can use if-else statement in a method which you are creating. You can give any name to your method, like in this case I have written my method name as check age, and then you can just add your if-else statement things which you want to add in your method which you have created, and then you can call these all things using a integer variable called age or any name of your variable which you are creating, and then you can simply run it and you will be getting the output which you have written in this method to use with if-else statement. Moving down, there is another example how you can use it with if-else statement. So I hope you understand how we are using methods in Java. If you want to understand how we are using method with if-else statement, you can just see this example here. You can copy and paste it in your Java file, so you will be totally understanding that how we can just use a method here with if-else statement if we are creating. But already we have understand that how we can use it with multiple parameters, how we can just pass a parameter to a method when it is called an argument. So from example above, f name is a parameter which we are using in our arguments here. So that's the way to use method parameters in Java. I hope you understand how we are using it. So if you have understand this video and if you enjoyed that how we are using method parameters in Java, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my videos which I will be uploading in future. So just I will be meeting you in next tutorial or in next project using Java. So for today, goodbye.